Now, from across the Tri-States, this is KHQA Sports.
The Quincy Notre Dame Raiders, your defending small school champions, looked every bit the #1 seed today in the opening round of the State Farm Classic, jumping out to a 26-3 lead on Macon Meridian and never looking back. Final score in this one was ugly, 70-27. We'll have highlights of this game for you coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Up next, the Raiders, a 9 o'clock date in the championship bracket with Bloomington Central Catholic. Meanwhile, at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament, Reno Pinkston's team always draws that 9 o'clock a.m. game. They never look good in it today. Paxton Harmon took things into his own hands. Three-pointer there, three-pointer there. How about some interior work? He can do that as well. 26 points in the first half for the West Hancock Titans. Paxton Harmon had 20 of them, including the putback right there. We did have a rare non-Paxton bucket right here. Great pass right there from Coy Dorothy to Parker Gibbs. Big lead for the Titans in the first half. They're not done. Look at Paxton Harmon playing distributor. Great whip pass right here to Parker Gibbs. More coming up in this one. It would be Gibbs off the Austin Hardy miss, doing work on the interior. West Hancock dominant today. They made it look more like a 9 p.m. game than a 9 a.m. game. Paxton Harmon finishes with 30 on the day as West Hancock picks up the victory 59-28 to advance on to the championship bracket. Up next for them would be either the winner of Camp Point Central or Metamora. Good start in this one for the Panthers. Cole Phillips and company get off to the hot start in this game. Phillips with a three-point play, but the Panthers, unfortunately, had no answer for the size of Metamora or for this guy, Tihan Chen, who had 21 points of the day. He was good. Central played well, just couldn't get over the hump today as they end up losing to a very good Metamora team, 57-48. Coming up tomorrow night, it will be Metamora and West Hancock at 4 o'clock. That should be a dandy game. Pittsfield, meanwhile, playing today in their opening round, and Western Hall has been a house of horrors over the years for Brad Tomave. His team led by 11 in the first half, down 4 here, trying to come back in this game. Wade Smith with a nice take, but you know what? Illini Central just kept pulling away despite the heroics of Mr. Smith with another good bucket right there. At the other end, the defense for Pittsfield today uncharacteristically shaky. Jordan Bradshaw attacks it on the interior. More Wade Smith from the top of the key, going to spin off contact and find a bucket right here with people swatting him in the wrist. No matter. Jared Entwistle and Illini Central too good in this game as they beat Pittsfield, and the Saukees suffer another heartbreaking loss over at Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. 49-38 was your final there. Some other boys scores to pass along today. Triopia looks really good in the Waverly Invitational, beating up on Franklin 75-50. And also today, an upset right off the bat at Waverly as the host team and the #1 seed goes down to Auburn 56-54. We've got some highlights from the Waverly Tournament coming up for you tonight at 10 o'clock. On the girls' side today, the Macomb girls open with a big win over Illini Central, 73-19. Again, this is now a 24-team tournament, so that means Macomb played again an hour and a half later, and they would play Farmington, who was seated ahead of them. But look at Macomb go in this one. Kayla Vestal, the youngster in the interior, great bucket for her, starts things off, and Macomb meant business in this ball game. Erin Sullivan wide open. She's going to hit a jumper right here, and the Lady Bombers going to work. Farmington hit some shots, none better than this, which is just a ridiculous take. But this was about the only way Farmington could score against Macomb. Ridiculous luck because the Lady Bombers were at the height of their powers today. Maybe the best game Zach Keene's team has played, and Zach Keene teams play always well at this tournament. That was Erin Sullivan, then Zoe Lambert in transition wide open. Sydney Hare with the long three-pointer as Macomb wins, and wins again in a blowout, 78-51 into the championship bracket coming up tomorrow. How about Illini West taking on Brown County in the first round today? Leah Cassing, the former Hornet star, doing a little radio. Nice to see her watching her alma mater. Her team led by 11 early. Illini West spirited comeback in the third quarter, led by this young lady, Gracie Bostert, who had 15 today. Bostert with a steal right there. She's going to get the miss and the steal there, but here she's going to get the steal. Misses the bunny, but Jenna Bryan is there to clean up nicely. Illini West won a pair today. Final count in this one, 46-39 against Brown County, holding off 37 points today from Vanessa Markert in opposition, and then Illini West gets the win over Rout, 41-37. So Illini West also playing the upset bid today and looking well as well. More highlights and plenty more scores coming up on this most busy Wednesday tonight at 10 o'clock right here.
Okay, and we'll have a chilly look at that forecast coming up on KH.